Hey, 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 I'm doing a video for the 30 of you that watch on your own, that I don't pay YouTube to get you to watch. I don't like doing videos that much anymore, except when I go hiking for my own scrapbook, because I refuse to pay YouTube anymore to get viewers or subscribers. That's how it all is on YouTube. So anyways, for the 30 of you or so, I want to do a video on be careful of those medications. And it's not because of the side effects they ramble off on the commercials or have on the insert, right? We all hear those. Most people don't pay attention. They take them anyways. But do you ever look up what nutrients and vitamins and minerals medications deplete from your body? Every single medication depletes something healthy from your body, because medications are made by man. They're synthetic, they're chemicals, they're not natural from the earth that nourish your body, okay? Anytime man comes in and makes something that's not natural for your body, it's going to cause problems. I believe that God created the earth, and we have the herbs and the nutrients we need from the earth in their natural state that can heal us and make us well and have abundant health. So let's look at a few medications that a lot of people are taking. And I got to put my glasses on, and hopefully they don't make a big glare. They did that in my last video. I don't know why they glare like that. It's so weird. So a lot of people take blood pressure medications, right? They don't even know why they have high blood pressure. They're told, oh, take this medication, you have high blood pressure. Well, do you ever even look into why you're getting high blood pressure? Look at your lifestyle, your diet, nutrition, exercise, deficiencies. Are you checking the flexibility of your blood vessel walls? Because they get real inflexible, and then that blood's not flowing through like it should, smoothly and nicely. And then they put you on these medications to artificially lower your blood pressure. And guess what it depletes? Have it right here on my computer on Google. Magnesium, calcium, and many, it also depletes potassium and zinc. Zinc is a big one for wound healing, production of stomach acid, immune system. And the thing they're treating for you for depletes what helps you have good blood pressure. Magnesium and potassium are two big ones, right? So then it just makes the problem worse in the end. Then you get stuck on the medication because your body can't regulate on its own anymore. And even when I try to help people get off blood pressure medications in the beginning, the blood pressure may go all over the place and be all wacko, and then they freak out and just go right back on instead of hanging in there. And we don't want it to get too high either. We want to keep you safe. But I'll use like a certain type of salt, like Kalima or Baja salt. They're very pure and free of chemicals and plastics and heavy metals. And then it remineralizes along with good potassium sources like phytoplankton from Oceans Alive. I love that one because it's not coming directly from the ocean, which is pretty polluted. It's by Activation Products, and they grow their own in their own aquarium, so it's very pure and clean, just like real phytoplankton. And then sometimes we'll use beetroot powder because that's full of potassium. Another heavy hitter is pycnogenol from pine bark. Just Google that and how it can help your blood pressure. I mean, some people, that's all they need to take, and it gets that blood pressure lower again. And then you got to look at your diet and lifestyle too. But right now we're just looking at medications and the vitamins and nutrients it depletes from your body. Okay. So let's work on blood pressure the right way, where we don't deplete nutrients from our body. You got to put the work in. In holistic health, we have to work at it. And medical medications, quick fixes, no work, no effort, continue life as normal, keeping your body toxic and unhealthy. Okay, so let's look at another one. Another big one is birth control. They put so many women on this, even starting at very young ages, 12, 13, 14, to so-called regulate your hormones, right? No, that doesn't regulate your hormones. It's a trick. So what it does is birth control naturally blocks your normal, healthy estrogen and progesterone, hormones that all women make, and then they create a synthetic estrogen and progestin to keep you from ovulating so you don't get pregnant. And over time, that creates to estrogen dominance, which again, you can Google it. And what's a big cause of breast cancer? toxic estrogen, high xenoestrogens. Many breast cancers are estrogen related. That can also happen from eating a lot of sugar, chronic stress, processed foods. So many other things can create bad estrogen, even the environment. We have a lot of environmental pollutants, pesticides, and chemicals, but birth control is a big one. And some women are on that for years and years, or they don't want to have a period. Well, it's normal to have a monthly cycle. We don't like it, but you want to have those monthly cycles and let your body work normally with your own natural hormones. So not only does it create estrogen dominance and set you up for issues later on, it also depletes most of your B vitamins too, which are the brain and energy vitamins. So we don't want those depleted as well. But usually when you get on the birth control, your doctor never warns you of that, never offers you supplementation of what it's going to deplete. Half the time, I don't even think they know or even look it up. But it's out there and it's real. So another one, a big one they like to put people on that are 50 or over is cholesterol medications. Sometimes they even put people on this if they don't even have high cholesterol. Oh, it's just to protect you. Okay, really? And they don't even look at the cholesterol numbers the right way. They do 4 basic tests. That's all your insurance will cover. If you want the real cholesterol testing, there's 16 tests and your insurance will pay for it. So I always pay out of pocket to get mine tested, because I'm always told I have high cholesterol, which is utterly ridiculous. And then I do the real test, I'm at the lowest risk for heart disease, okay? I've had many doctors and nurse practitioners tell me, I need to be on a cholesterol medication. I'm like, are you kidding? You have no idea what you're talking about. They don't look at the ratios. They just look at 1 or 2 numbers that might be above the so-called standard, right? Oh, you have high cholesterol. Well, that means nothing, because you're not looking at the ratios, you're not doing the full testing. And as you get older, especially like me, I'm 54 now, getting closer and closer to menopause, should already be there, not quite there. We make our hormones through cholesterol and adrenals, so our cholesterol overall number tends to go up. People who eat meat are always going to have high LDL cholesterol. Just because it's high doesn't mean you have bad cholesterol. You're not looking at the whole picture by looking at that one number. You got to compare it to HDL, what kind of meat you're eating, what is your lifestyle, right? And you got to do further testing. So I'm pattern A. I would not take a cholesterol medication, because guess what it does? Most people know this now. Depletes CoQ10. What is CoQ10? It is for your heart, and it gives your heart its strong beating power. Without CoQ10 in your heart, you go into heart failure and die. It also gives your the other muscles in your body strength as well. Okay, we need it for our brain. We need fat in our brain. When you take cholesterol medications, it depletes the healthy fat from your brain. What happens when that occurs long term? Dementia and Alzheimer's, right? It also makes your liver not to produce glucose the right way, makes you more susceptible to diabetes, or if you already have it, makes it worse. So it's a horrible drug, and it depletes so many healthy nutrients from your body and causes so much damage. So there's definitely other alternatives for sure. And then, the antibiotics. People run to antibiotics all the time as their first resort. Oh, I got a sniffle. Oh, I have a headache. Oh, I have a sinus infection. Let me go get an antibiotic. Well, did you know there's a lot of natural antibiotics? You don't have to take a prescription antibiotic unless it's your last resort. You've tried everything else, or you're going to die if you don't, right? When I had foot surgery and they cut me open, I had to agree to antibiotics. But I haven't had any for 10 years. Anytime I get sick, I always treat it holistically. And I wouldn't use antibiotics as my first resort. It would be my absolute last resort. We all know that it destroys good and bad bacteria. So it destroys all your good bacteria, your probiotics, and can create acidity and inflammation in the gut, and even cause leaky gut. So if you take too many antibiotics, you're going to have massive gut issues, and it is hard to repair for sure. Worked with a lot of people who've taken a lot of antibiotics, and they have really messed up guts, and your gut is your second brain. If the gut down here is not working well, the brain up here probably won't be either. And it can also deplete other vitamins from your body as well. Let's see what else. Antibiotics can also deplete all your B vitamins, vitamin K. Oh, one other thing about the cholesterol meds, they can also make it hard to absorb vitamin D. So if you're not getting your vitamin D number up where it should be, like 65 to 95, and you're on a cholesterol medication, maybe you should look into the reason why, look into that medication being a cause. Also, some people start not being able to sleep and they have all these sleep issues. A lot of medications will deplete melatonin, which is your sleep hormone. A lot of antidepressants and benzos will do that. And then you can't sleep and then you feel half crazed and you got to get another medication for that, right? So it's just one domino side effect after the other, but it depletes a lot of important nutrients and vitamin from your body. So please don't go there if you don't have to. Please look for alternatives because there are so many options. Some of my favorite natural antibiotics are oregano, Solaris by Activation Products. It's phenomenal. Grapefruit seed extract, garlic and cayenne. I use the Swanson brand. There's so many alternatives that work really well if you use them the right way and you're aggressive with it and you work hard. So I'm going to read something real quick to end by Dr. Jess Petros. She's a medical doctor who believes in real health and doesn't just prescribe drugs and vaccines out there like candy. She believes in real health, and she's on Instagram, and I follow her. She said, hospitals are built for crisis. Functional and holistic medicine is built for prevention, so you don't go to the hospital. One keeps you alive. The hospital, if you're there for trauma or emergency, they're going to do everything to keep you alive, but the other keeps you well. So we want to focus on wellness, not emergencies, and we want long-term wellness because medicine doesn't do that. So protect yourself.